Together, we're going to make this an amazing place. I'm honored that I get to continue to be an ambassador for New Skin. I'm honored to be associated with extraordinary people like Blake, Steve, Sandy. I mean, I've been able to be with them, and it's just, for me, it's changed my life. It's changed the life of my family. I want to just take a couple of moments and just share some of the things that I've learned over almost 3 decades. The DNA of New Skin. I've learned more watching our founders and from watching each of you overcome challenges, overcome hurdles and obstacles than I could have ever learned from a book or from going to universities for the rest of my life. I've learned more from you, and I will always cherish that. I've learned about the strength of human spirit. I've learned about vision and how lives and the world can be made a better place because of what we do. There's no shame in what we do. We make the world a better place. Blake, first I want to thank you for the opportunity that you have given me to be part of this dream you had, that what New Skin would become. I was always overwhelmed. I mean, we would go through some challenging times, but I was always overwhelmed by the steady hand that Blake always had. It was like I always knew that the captain of the ship was there and that the ship was going to just keep going right because Blake had the steady hand. And I'm so honored that you're my friend, and I can say that I love you. And we've all learned lessons from you about leadership and love. Blake taught us to love people. He taught me to love people, particularly the children of the world. When he made the decision in 2002 to start Nourish the Children, I'm convinced that only Blake could have seen what the world would look like today as a result of Nourish the Children. We've all seen pictures of the children whose lives have been touched. I've been able to touch these little children. And you can't imagine the difference we make. Some of the children that got food back in 2002, imagine this. They're going to colleges and universities today. The noblest aim in our lives is to strive to make others' lives better and happier. And isn't that really what we're all about?
Yes.
I met this little girl here this year when I was in the Guajira zone of Colombia. Hello, Colombia. And I saw her smile in the crowd. There were just all these little kids, and they were dancing and singing, and I saw her smile in the crowd, and I said to Maria, who's standing right over here to my side, I said, we need to get that picture. Because she just took my heart, changed my life. That smile, just so you know, represents what Nourish the Children is doing around the world. It's what it's all about, ultimately. It's about making children's lives better and happier. So congratulations. In 1995, I'm going back a few years, at our convention, our lives were changed. Those who were here, those of you who weren't here, you're going to see what I mean. When Steve Lunn, our founder, shared some heartfelt feelings, Steve and his wife Colleen were going through a very difficult life experience with their son Tanner, because he was dealing with cancer. He ultimately lost the battle in 1998. But Steve said something at that convention that changed my life. And it changed everybody in that room's life. And I want you to just hear what he said and understand, because that's really at the core who Nu Skin is.
I've grown up in a tradition of faith, and I've always believed in prayer, but our association as a family with you and this experience has deepened that faith, and for that we thank you. Now, maybe this Nu Skin deal is not a family, but if we haven't experienced behavior indicative of a family, then you'll have a hard time explaining to our 9-year-old the difference. And you'll have a hard time explaining to my wife, and you'll have a hard time explaining to me.
Now, if you could have seen the whole speech, nobody in the room had a dry eye. Steve was there sharing heartfelt feelings that ultimately defines Nu Skin. I've come to understand that what makes Nu Skin great is the fact that we treat each other like family. When you're going through challenges, I go through challenges. I cry. You all know that I cry. Because I love you. Because at the very center of who we are, it's the fact that we're a family. So today, I want to just recognize my own family that I see from time to time in passing over the last 30 years, 4 million miles later on Delta. Thank you, Delta. When I started with Nu Skin, there were just 6 of us. Just. I know outside of Utah, just 6 sounds like a big family, but here, we're just getting started. And now, in December, our youngest daughter is going to have our 8th grandson. A couple of my children are here today, and in those early days, when we were just doing everything we could to keep the tape on the building and keep the business and checks going on time, I'd have my children come in at night on the last couple of days of the month and they'd stuff checks. We don't do that much anymore because it's all done by machines, but in those days I'd pay them money to come in and stuff checks because we'd made a commitment that we would always pay our checks on time. And here we are 33 years later, and we've never had a check go out late, ever.
Wow.